Hey guys, today I want to share a single gun safe that I purchased from Amazon, and it's for the purpose of having a gun that you can easily accessible at different places of your house, so that you don't have all the guns within a central gun safe. And this guy is called RPNB that I got from Amazon. Is mostly meant for desk mount, but I guess you can mount it at different places, such as closet or whatever. So this gun is pretty, I would say, flexible. You can mount it in different ways, and I plan to just mount it to my right side under the desk at my office. And there are, I believe, two different models, but since I prefer something simple, something quick, and I didn't go with the fingerprint version, so I just went with the simple, passcode version. And it's yeah, just keep it simple, keep it quick. Once you set the password right, it's fairly quick to dispense the gun, and you don't need to worry about your finger being dirty, and or the fingerprint reader is not performing or whatever. So if we open it, inside it looks like this. It's pretty simple. There's soft pad in here to protect your gun from any scratches. This is a kind of sponge, and then it of course it has a battery compartment where you just put 4 AAA batteries so that you can set the password, and then once you input the password right, it will just open it. And then you can set it to silence mode, which means when you press the button or whatever, it doesn't give that beep noise, so that people don't know that you're open a safe. And it's meant for a single gun, and it's not very big. I can show you later that it pretty much is designed for compact kind of size weapon, and you can potentially fit some full-size weapons, but it has certain limitations. For example, if you have a compensator or a gun light, it might be a little bit challenging. So let's go mount it up. So here we go. We are under our desk, and this is how I mounted the bracket. And now you can pretty much hook it on this bracket, and then inside the safe you can tighten the there's a thumb screw there, so that you have a 3 point of contact, and then your safe will be tightly mounted to the bracket. So let me put it up. Here we go, it is done. It's actually a little bit looser than I anticipated. I think part of the reason is on the side is like these grooves and with a hook on it, so it's not super tightly connected. Or maybe I did something wrong, but anyhow, it's yeah, it's a little bit loose, but it kind of it does the job. So now you can either input your password or use the backup key or whatever to quickly dispense. The dispense rate is fairly quick, so see, it's fairly effective, and it's meant for, I believe, quick access. It's not really meant for theft proof or anything like that. So you take the risk, right? All right. And let's see, the size. You must wonder what kind of what's the maximum size it can fit. Obviously, for compact, subcompact carry size gun is fine. And what I'm a little bit disappointed is it actually only considered a typical gun, which means it has no accessory whatsoever. Which is pretty dumb, because nowadays you can imagine a lot of home defense guns will have a weapon light. So the holes down here, it didn't really consider the weapon light, and it gave only some room for the slide. So I had to manually dig a little bit more here for the front sight, and dig a little bit more here for the space of the weapon light. And then for the grip, it stopped here, but I had to, dig a little bit more to allow more room for the grip in case you have a full-size gun or whatever. So here I have my Shadow System DR920P. I would say it's a full-size gun, considering it has a long compensator and weapon light, and it also has the red dot. So let's see whether it can fit. Put in there, stick all the way down a little bit hard so that it can touch the base. And here you can see even the width, it doesn't consider the mag well, which is kind of fine, but I think they could have made it a little bit more forgiving. But at the same time, I kind of get why they want to do it this way. They want a tight fit kind of thing, but since this thing is not really moving, so it's a little bit of wiggle room. It's also not the end of the world. And you can see I have a customized thumb rest here that extrude, but as you can see, it's not really getting in the way, so it's fine. So from a width perspective, it's perfectly fine. And as you go in, let's see. Yeah, as you can see, it's kind of barely touching the top. So I think this is pretty much as long as you can get. If you have a longer gun or whatever, it might start to have problems and won't fit. So, see, fits perfectly, doesn't touch it anywhere. But I'm afraid if the gun is anything larger than this size, you might have a problem of the end of the slide touching somewhere. So I would say this is pretty much as big as it can go. So as a comparison, let me show you my largest handgun that I have, which is my SIG P320 X5 Legion, with all the accessories possible, a compensator, weapon light, and the red dot. Is a really long guy, and I will show you that it's impossible to fit in. Of course, this is a competition gun. It's not for home defense, and it has its own reason for not be able to fit in the safe. But just to give you some idea, so even here is touching the latch thing, so there's no way it can fit in, right? And even the red dot is already touching the upper side of the thing. So yeah, so if you have a home defense gun that is kind of compact or even normal full size, I think it should be okay. So overall, my impression, you get what you paid for, essentially, right? The quality, is it good? I think I need time to tell, whether it's a solid or is robust. But you get what you pay for. And quality, could it be better? Yes. Is it perfect? No. Several points. The inside of the shape of the sponge and the mounting is a little bit wobbly. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe not. And bottom line is, it seems to be usable. It serves a purpose. It does what it does, and the dispense speed is pretty quick. And I think I will keep it. Serves the purpose. All right, thank you for watching. And oh, by the way, what's the price? What did I pay for it? It was $68.99, so almost $70. I think it's okay, so you decide. Thank you for watching. See you next time.